everyone, welcome back. I hope everyone is feeling well and healthy and ready to get moving. Today we are doing fire. Are you ready? I'm sure you're ready. So yes, today we're doing the fire element. So obviously, what do we think of when we think of fire? We think of heat. So we are going to be warming up the body, really generating the fire within. But also, there are other things to fire. One thing that I think of when I think of fire is I think, it's very helpful, it provides us with light, and it helps us cook. But it's kind of like a don't mess with me kind of help. And I kind of like that sentiment. I like that idea, that we as people can be helpful. We can still be kind and helpful, but that doesn't mean that people can mess with us. That doesn't mean that people can take advantage. That doesn't mean that people can take it for granted, because one wrong move and you're gonna get burnt. So as with the last two videos, I'd like for us to channel the aspect of us that is connected to this element. Of course, we are all different and we're all going to have a different level of characteristics in relation to fire, or in relation to the other elements. But let's remember these parts of us because we all have something. So yeah, let's remember our heat. Let's remember our not messing withness. Let's remember how we can be useful and helpful. Let's remember our energy. Fire is also very energetic. And our playfulness, our movement. And yeah, I also just want to mention, if you are familiar with your breath of fire or your Kapalabhati pranayama, then you're most welcome to do that in this practice as well. I'll just bring us here, and then I'll let you know when you can then hit pause and then just do your breathing for 5 minutes or 2 minutes, whatever you feel you need, and then we will continue on. So, last thing, if you need any blocks or straps, make sure you have them. If you need a towel, a pillow, a blanket, whatever you need to assist you with your practice, to help you wherever you need help, please have that. All right, so let's get started. So as always, we are going to start by just becoming present. So coming into the present moment, coming into your space, just being aware of where your body is in space and bringing your mind into that space. And once you feel that you have become present, bringing the mind then into the body so we can release any unnecessary tension. Just feel out the body, feel where we're at, and release any tension. Our yoga practice is a very personal practice, so we need to know where we are as we get into the practice. Releasing any unnecessary tension. And once we feel that we've released through the body, we can bring the attention to the breath. At first, just being aware of the breath. Feeling how the breath moves through the body, not forcing or changing anything. Just being aware. And now we can start to take deeper breaths. If you'd like to do your Kapalabhati or your breath of fire, you can pause here. And for the rest of us, taking deep breaths, expanding through the belly as we inhale. And as we exhale, we pull the belly back in towards the spine, so as to push out all the air, so that when we take our next inhale, all we're getting in the lungs is new, fresh air. If you're familiar with the Ujjayi breathing, you can start with that. And if you are doing your Ujjayi breathing, we'll maintain the Ujjayi breath throughout the practice, as with all practices. If you're not doing your Ujjayi breath, just taking deep breaths in and out through the nose, expanding the belly as we inhale, and we pull the belly back in as we exhale. Right. Now let's just do a couple of rolls through the shoulder. And change directions. And then roll your shoulders all the way forward, and then let's stretch the body forward. Folding forward. Now we're stretching a little bit through the back, through the shoulders as well, and through the hips. And exhale, bring yourself back up. Come up tall. And then let's bring the right hand to the left knee, come into a twist. Breathing. And then come all the way to the other side. Left hand to the right knee, come into a twist. And look as far back behind you as you can. Make sure you maintain a straight spine. And continue breathing. And now let's leave this right hand behind us. Bring the left hand behind us. And then really accentuate, puff out through the chest. Move the head back. A slight back bend here. Breathing. And then let's inhale, come back forward. All right, let's turn ourselves around. If we're not already facing forward on the mat, let's hug these knees in. So we hover the feet up off the floor, hug the knees in, give yourself some love. And then we're going to do some rollbacks. So if you're on a very hard surface, then obviously just be careful with your rollbacks. Don't land too hard. You can come back slowly and just roll to get the benefits. You know, to get that nice back massage. So let's roll back and forth. And then let's stop up here at the top in our boat pose. So you've got your shins parallel to the floor, arms next to the legs. And then we're going to do that a couple of times. So we're going to, from our boat, hug the knees in, roll back, come back up, and hold the boat. Again, back, up, hold. Back, up, hold. And one more time, back, up, and hold. Now let's hold our boat pose for a little bit longer. Now if you'd like to challenge yourself here, you can straighten the legs. You can bring the arms up. You can make it as hard as you need it to be. You could also make it a bit easier. You could support yourself by placing your hands behind you. So you can also be here if it's a bit difficult to hold. We've got many options. Holding, breathing. You can also change, do the one and then do the other. All right, and then let's do one more. So we roll back and then come back up, hold it. I know the abs are already tired. And then let's hug the knees and relax back. Let's straighten out the right leg, hug the left knee in. Breathe. Let's make big circles with the left knee. And hug the knee back in. Bring the right leg back and then we swapped. So now we're straightening out the left leg. First we just hold it for a second and then let's make the big circles. Breathing. And then hug it in again. Hug the other knee in. And then let's place the feet down onto the mat. So it would be nice if you could reach your heels, if you could touch your heels with your fingertips. If you just absolutely can't bring your heels that close, then it's fine. Just try your best. And then you want to try to make your feet parallel to one another. So obviously you can't see your feet, but you can feel them. You want them to be straight and you want them to stay straight in the movement that we're going to do. So, placing the hands on the floor next to the body, inhale. Let's bring the body, the hips up into our boat pose. What's this? Bridge pose. Hold it here. Draw the knees inward. Draw the hips up. Breathe. If you'd like to, you can bring the arms up. Draw the fingers away from the floor. Breathe. You can do a few pumps here if you like. Really pressing those feet into the floor. And then exhale. Bring the body back down. Let's take a break. We're going to do it 2 more times. So you can choose here. Either you'll have the hands on the floor pressing down, supporting you while the hips come off the floor, or you can have the hands up. Inhale, let's lift up the hips. Hold there, and then let's see if we can bring the right knee in towards the chest while maintaining the hip coming up. Just continue drawing that left knee inward. Breathing. Draw the hips as high as you can. Let's release the right foot. Let's bring the left foot up off the floor. Draw that right knee inward. Breathe. And then release the foot and come back down for another break. All right, we're gonna do it one more time. Inhale and let's come up. This time, if you're up for it, we straighten the leg. And if you don't want to lift up the legs, don't do so. So let's start with the left leg this time. So we draw the knee inward and then we straighten the leg all the way up, and there's a mosquito. All the way up, press the heel, try to imagine your toes touching the ceiling or touching the sky, and release. And let's draw the right knee in and straighten the leg up, up, up. Breathe. Draw those hips upward and let's release the foot. Hold it up for just 2 more seconds and let's release. Hug those knees in. Breathe. Let's bring the head up towards the chest. And then release. All right, in our next movement, we're going to come into a low boat. So we're going to start off with the feet up in the air. The hands, the thumbs come just underneath the bottom. So that we can keep our lower back grounded. We want our lower back connected to the floor throughout. So if at any point your lower back starts to come up off the floor, then you lift the feet up again. All right, so we're going to start here. You can choose either you've got your head back or you can have it up, and we're going to start by lowering the legs. As soon as you feel the abs starting to activate, you can stop it there. But if you would like to challenge yourself, you can bring them even lower. So it's your choice where your legs end up. The important thing is that your abs have been activated. And then you've got many options for your difficulty level. You can either keep the hands here, bring them out from under the back. You can even bring them back. I'm going to choose this one. Make sure that you're breathing. And then let's walk the feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's bring the feet back up. Give yourself a hug. Breathe. We're going to do it one more time. So straighten up the legs, hands where you'd like them to be, head where you'd like it to be. Inhale. Exhale, let's lower. Find your point. Breathe. Hold it first. And let's walk the feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring the legs back up. And hug the knees in. Well done. All right, and then from here, we're going to rock ourselves forward into a cross-legged position, place our hands in front of us, and then jump our feet back. If you don't feel you're capable of doing that, then that's fine. We'll all meet in a downward dog however we choose to. So let's place the hands on the knees, rock yourself forward, cross the legs, place the hands back, and jump back. And we meet in a downward dog. Let's walk the feet. Breathing, finding yourself comfortable in your downward dog. And just do whatever it is that you need here. Maybe you don't need to walk the feet. Maybe you just need the feet to be still. Maybe you need to move the hips. Maybe you need to move the head. Maybe you need to move the arms. Whatever it is that you need to come into your downward dog, to become comfortable in your downward dog. Breathing. Let's inhale, bend the knees, look in between the hands. Exhale, step, walk, or jump feet in between hands. Let's inhale, let's come up halfway. Exhale, folding. And let's just rock side to side. Adjusting ourselves into our forward fold as well. And then let's inhale. Come up halfway once again. Exhale, place the hands on the floor. If your legs are bent, leave them bent. If your legs are not bent, let's bend them. And then inhale, straightening up the arms, come into our chair. Let's hold that chair. Make sure that you're not sticking out the butt. Really draw the navel inward. Bring out the tailbone. Arms next to the ears. Breathe. And then let's lift up the left leg and place the ankle over the right knee. Flex that foot and let's come here. Breathe. Draw the arms outward. Let's lean over the front leg. Breathe. Feel the strength in the supporting leg. Let's bring the hands to the heart. Straighten this left leg behind us. Make sure the hip is drawing downward. It's not up in the air. You can use your toes to help you with that. Point the toes down towards the floor. Breathe. All right, and if you're up for it, let's pump the the top leg. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then another challenge for you, if you're up for it. Let's bend through this bottom leg and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. And let's bring the left knee into the chest. And then we've got two options for the next movement. We're going to squat all the way down. So either you drop this left foot down to the floor and you squat down, or you straighten this left foot. So let's straighten out the arms if we're doing with the one leg. Inhale, all of us, let's come down. And then draw the foot back into this position. And then place the hands on the floor. Let's come all the way back into our downward dog. Well done. Breathe. Of course, we have to do the same on the other side. Inhale, let's bend through the legs, look up in between the hands. Exhale, step, walk, or jump, feet in between hands. And if you step feet in between hands, try to alternate. Don't use the same foot every time. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale, fold. Placing the hands on the floor, bend the knees if we need to. And let's straighten the arms. Straight back into our chair. Remember the hips. Draw the navel in. Breathe. And then we lift the right leg up off the floor. Place it on the knee. Flex through the foot. So draw the toes towards the shin. Straighten out the arms to the sides. Fold over the legs. Breathe. And then bring the hands to the heart. Let's straighten the leg behind us. Draw that right hip downward. Use your toes to help you here. And then stay on the side. Let's pump the foot upward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, if you're up for it, we bend through the bottom leg and let's come up. Bend and up. Bend and up. And then we bring the knee inward. And now you know what's happening next. We're going to squat all the way down. You have the option of either placing the foot on the floor and just squatting down normally, or we straighten the legs, bring the arms out. Inhale. Exhale, let's come down. Ooh, and then bring the foot back in. Whew, wow. Let's place the hands on the floor and step the feet back into our into our downward dog. Breathe. Take a breath here. And at any time, if you need to come into a child's pose, you're always welcome. Breathing. Let's inhale, roll the spine, come into a high plank. So as we roll the spine and we come forward, you'll notice that our shoulders are quite pushed outward. Let's leave them there. So we're not collapsing into the shoulders. We're really protracting. We're really pushing our arms out of the shoulders. Breathing. Imagine you want your body to be as far away from the floor, but of course you're still in a plank. Breathe. Really hold it strong. Keep that push. Push out of the toes. And then let's see if we can still do a push-up from here. Inhale, exhale, let's come down and push yourself up. Let's do 5. So that was 1. This is 2, 3, 4, and 5. Remember, you can drop down the knees if you need to. You can also do more if you want to. And then let's come down and push ourselves up into our upward dog or into our cobra. Let's breathe here. Look towards the one foot. Look towards the other. And that same foot again. And the other. And let's push back into our downward dog. Whew. Breathing. Inhale, let's lift up the right leg, bring it all the way up as high as we can, bend through the knee, and let's draw the knee over to the left side, trying to get the right foot to touch the left butt cheek. Breathe. Draw that knee as high as we can. Inhale. On our exhale, we draw the knee back into our downward dog. We go straight onto the other side. Inhale, lift up the left leg and bend through the knee. And let's draw that left foot towards the right butt cheek, drawing the foot all the way towards the right side. Getting a nice stretch here, breathing. Inhale, exhale, draw the knee into our downward dog. Inhale, let's push up onto our toes and then release onto the knees. Bring the feet onto one side and then we come onto our bottoms and we relax back into our Shavasana. Choosing whatever variation of your Shavasana that you like. If you've got your legs straightened, we open up through the feet. Palms are facing upwards, shoulders away from the ears. And we lift up the head, tuck the chin in, and we drop the head back down. Taking deep breaths. Cut that. So now we just completely allow the body to relax down into the floor. So if you're still thinking about your fire, here we can start to think of when the fire sort of come out, but it's still quite warm. You know, it's just fizzling out. The wood or the coal is just red now. Cooling down. Allowing your breath to come back to natural. The body is completely relaxed. We can do a quick scan. through your body, making sure everything is released and relaxed, and sinking down into the floor. And once we're done with our scan, we just come back to the breath. Feel the air as it moves through the body, through the nose, feeling the stomach as it moves. And if we find that the mind wanders away from the breath, that's fine. Simply acknowledging that the mind has moved away and gently bringing it back. If you'd like to stay in your Shavasana for longer, please hit pause. If you're waking up with me now, starting to wiggle through the fingers, wiggle through the toes, flopping the feet side to side, swap the head side to side. And then we lift up the knees, turn ourselves over onto one side, and gently push ourselves up. Coming into our seated position. Let's just take a moment here. Let's just see how we're feeling. Come back into reality. Bring the hands to the sides. Inhaling, arms come up. Exhale, the hands come down to the heart. And again, inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. One last time, make it your biggest breath. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. Take some time to thank yourself for dedicating this time to your mind and to your body. And I thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. I hope you all enjoyed this one. I hope you really managed to spark your fire. If you did manage to enjoy it, please leave a like down there and subscribe, because there is so much more for you to choose from, and there's only more coming. There's going to be another one next week, another one after that. So yeah, make sure you subscribe and leave me a comment. Leave for me how you're feeling, if this helped you, and if you have any requests or suggestions or anything of the sort, leave it down there, or you can contact me. My details are down at the bottom of the description. And yeah, if you'd like to know more, you can read the description. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me once again. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I will see you guys again next week. Bye.